Well, I'm back after having a blue screen of death. Fantastic, love it. Oh man, I hope there's not a hardware failure. All right, everybody, I'm back, and I'm streaming. At least I think I am. Yeah, excellent connection. Okay. All right, everybody, back from the dead. Yeah, I blue screen of death. Like, and I'm actually on with Studio One, and they're like, "Yeah, man, you have like a hardware problem." I was like, "Oh my god, this computer's a year old, and it's like premium components. I hate this stuff." That's right. We'll get back into it. I don't mind. It's my one of. Oh yeah, it was BSOD. That's all right. I don't mind. We get back into it. Weird skills part 2. Let's get into this stuff here. We're gonna jump right back in. Now I have to check one thing real fast because things are all wonky with my. Let me just get this going here. Sorry. I need to check my routing. And oh my god, Ripley's outside losing her shit. All right, so wait, I'm feeding into. Let me just check on my. Sorry, I have to make sure this is all SPDIF. Yep. So I have to send. You guys should be hearing this now, right? You should be hearing that, right? That right there. Yeah. There we go. And then let me see if you guys can hear this. Yeah, I'll get back into it. That'll be fine. Not the end of the world. Yeah, bum though. All right. This. And sorry, I'm just gonna get this thing going real fast, and then we'll just kind of. There we go. No audio coming. Great. Great. It's all free and it's all gone to hell. See here, this is working. And let me go to history here. And I'm going to load something because I need to actually. Right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Now I'm back. Don't go to bed. No. We're doing this. Yeah, we're back in live, man. Let's jump into this. All right. When we last left our Farkle, I was ranting and raving about scales. Breaks again. I may have to call it. That's right. All right. So, since I said before that scales are like a ladder, and scales should imply you should be able to build structures from them. Why do we use scales? Well, we use scales for 2 reasons, right? One is melodically, right? And that's obvious. Melodically to imply, thematic figures and all that stuff, right? Okay, fine. Right? I'm sitting here I'm in Dorian, and I'm like, okay, I'm applying something. But the other thing scales do is they give you harmonic ideas because of the chords that are inside the scales. Okay, this is really important. Everyone seems to forget this. Farkle rant. So if I'm doing, let's do C Dorian, because why not? Let's break this. Right? Okay. We know that you can build triads from every single one of these roots, right? So it's going to be. Okay, cool, fine. But here's the thing. Every scale at the basic level, I'm going to get to exotic scales real fast. Every scale at its basic level is some alteration of the major or the minor. All Lydian is the major, but you've added an F sharp, right? So basically, look, what does that mean? That means that if I'm playing chords in a mode that is an alteration of major or minor, it's because I want to use the chords that are unique to that mode. So for example, here's my oops, sorry. Here's my major scale, and I'm going to play 1, 4, 5. C, F, G, right? C, no problem there. If I'm going to Dorian, Dorian has Dorian's got. Sorry, I'm going to do Mixolydian. Okay, it's got a flat 7. What does that mean? That means actually we're picking chords that bring that out. So what chords show up that are different than major? Okay, well, it looks like there's an E flat, there's a G minor. It looks like there's a B flat. So guess what? All right, so that's basic modal writing. That's why you use modes. If I'm using a mode, it's because I want to explore the new relationships between chords in this key, because basically this is a key. G Mixolydian is basically a key. I've got 7 chords I can play with, right? So that's where you get a lot of the stuff where it's like, that's D Dorian, right? Well, what am I playing? I'm playing D minor, E minor, which is not in it's not in D minor. D minor would have D minor to E diminished to F, but I'm playing E minor, which means I'm playing Dorian, right? Okay, so that's that. Now we get into weird scales. Okay then, so what does that mean? Here's the trick now. So what does that mean we have these scales like Hungarian minor and stuff like that, right? Okay, let's think about this then for a second. So watch. Now, I'm going to play a scale that's actually one that John Williams uses a lot that I love. And I've used it, and Brad's used it, and it's a lot of fun. I'm looking down here to see it. So now that we know that scales by their nature should be like a ladder, right? They should be like, okay, so I'm gonna do the Bernard Herrmann scale, which is really cool. It's a melodic minor. So it's root 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And you get these great chords. You get the James Bond chord with this. You get this chord. That's the sound. You get that chord with that. Okay, so here's scale degrees. Scale 1, scale 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. Now I'm going to do something funky. I'm going to take the scale. I'm going to sharp the 4. Okay, so now I've got this thing going here. This is going to tie in. You're going to see. Okay. So now I've still got this scale. Everyone's a line, a space, a line, a space. But now I've got this weird thing here. Sorry. And it's got this very strange sound, right? So you got this little. So I've got this like weird F sharp to G thing, which isn't. I can build a chord with it. Like, let's say I'm in C. C. If I build chords, I can build. I'm going to keep on going up. That way you can see. Okay, so I can build a chord this way, and I can build a pretty rich chord on the 9th. Sorry. Right? Build a chord this way. There's a method to this madness, you'll see. So now I built this chord. Let's take it up. Okay. And I'm going to do this. So there's a stack. That's perfect, right? But first off, it's total James Bond sound. But what do I do with it and this, that, and the other? Here's the thing. When you start to alter these scales, I'm going to get to Hungarian minor next. So you start getting these half-step motions. D to E flat, F sharp to G. that kind of thing. No, it's well, yeah, I can't remember harmonica, melodic, whatever. It's just tools in your arsenal. Linearly, these notes start wanting to move to the closest tone. The F sharp starts wanting to move to the G. The E flat starts wanting to move to the D. Okay, what does that mean? Well, yeah, I guess we call them leading tones. But what it basically means is that you're no longer using the scale as an equal relationship scale, like every note's valid. You're melodically thinking about these half steps as really important gestures. So, for example, I've got this great, okay? Well, I've got a B to a C, I've got an F sharp to a D, I've got an E flat to a, I'm sorry, F sharp to a G, I've got an E flat to a D. These are all things I want to play with. So maybe I'm going like, what I just did was here, I'm gonna do it, ready? I am no longer worrying about the scale as its own entity. I am trying to, watch this, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a ninth structure here, okay? Harmonic is flat 6 and natural 7th. Melodic is natural 6 and natural 7th. Wait, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a bit of a tension cue. And this I just said this is a sketch. I would already start to be moving this stuff, okay? But I'm in C. Let's just do C melodic minor, okay? This, by the way, is going to sound like the Resurrection Symphony. Now listen to this. What I'm doing now, notice what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on trying to get these little half steps, right? So, Lazar Massage, of course, man. Ask Rob. I'm like, I always end up in Goldsmith land. It's great. Great stuff. Whoops. Farkle, here I come. Okay, so let's do this. And right? That's cool. This is down an octave. Yeah, and this needs to be. These would actually be muted. They wouldn't ring out. Then actually, you know what? We'll give it the Jerry treatment. We'll do this. No, no. I want the vibes. I want the vibes. I'm in spy mode here. Okay. Sure, it is. It's very similar to the opening figure, but I'm not ripping it off because I want Mahler. I'm ripping it off because I'm like exploring those half note motions, right? So now watch. Now, guess what? I'm going to do this again. All right. I'm going to So, oh, and Rob's going to love this, right? Watch this. I'm going to piss Rob off because he's going to be like, "You're doing what you said you'd never do." All right, give me a sec. I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm ready to spike you right now. Why not? Right? Dun, dun. Dun dun. I'm doing a minor ninth, Rob. And we're doing harmonic minor. We're doing melodic minor, so I'll just do that. Kind of cool. I'm just farting around with the scale. Okay, so let's listen to this. Yeah, it is Mahler. I'm having fun with it. The minor ninth. Am I, Rob? How LA Confidential am I LA Confidentialing right now? I'm farkling around. Right? That's kind of cool. Now watch. Now I'm gonna do. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can handle it. I'm doing an EIS lecture that's private. That's about using change of position for melodic writing, and I've been playing with this, and it's freaking awesome. Once you start thinking about it this way, now Brian, now let's do what I always say. Let's do an A prime, because I've done 2-bar. Well, it's a 4-bar thing. Now I went down here, so I'm gonna go up. Right. All right, cool. Do that. Right, and now guess what? This is gonna be now watch this. This is gonna be delete you because 2-4. Dun. Yep. Now I'm in my Jerry mode, man. I'm like so jerrying this like you wouldn't ever jerry with you ever jerrying, because it's I did not intend to do it this way today. I was not going to do a spy thing. I was going to action. We're going to listen to some action stuff. But what I'm saying is, what's driving my melodic writing in the scale is not some sort of like, oh, I need to like build this cool chord. I'm like looking at those half steps. That's where the magic is. And I'm trying to bring out those half steps. And there's a whole thing about making sure you don't get minor ninths. So this is very like, I want this a little slower. Well, I think, where's my thing? This is an old Rush song. I need to view. It's at 100. Okay, I'm gonna set this to. Give me 1 second. I gotta set this to like 80. That's a better. This is so not the music I need to write for my game studio. It's really bad. It's like I need to write for that game studio, and this is not it. This is like some sort of like weird 70s cop show thing. But whatever. I'm having fun. This should be better. Yeah. Nope, 80 is too slow. 96. And this is staccato. And these are staccato. Yeah. All right. I've already written 4 bars of music. Good day today. I like it. I like my day already today. I haven't written like 3 days. It's really bad. Rob, you like this? This is total LA Confidential. I'm gonna be a little anal for a sec. This is not staccato there. This is why I love Note Performer, because Note Performer actually forces you to be legit with your stuff. All right. Give me a sec here. Um, 2, 5. moved it up a third because I was talking about thirds earlier. I feel like 96 is hitting it. Now we're going to have some fun with this because, what am I doing? I'm doing melodic minor, right? Give me a sec. I'm yeah. 30 seconds. All right, and that's gonna be all slurred. Okay. 120, 145, or go home. So, now I'm ready a little bit, but we'll do some analysis with this. Yes, Lazar, you can go bump, bump, bump. If you want to be a little more, something like this. Right. Come on, man. There it is. Add the pedal. Where's the pedal? You see what I'm getting at here with this, right? And then it comes here. Then now the piece started to write itself. Now I don't want to get too deep into this because this is not a Farkle thing. This is a theory thing. But if you watch, it actually reminds you a little bit of like kind of like a like that, or maybe like Clue or something like that. I don't know. I'm just farting around. But there's gonna be something happening where the clarinet does something. And let's think about this. Let's listen to this. Yeah. Oh, how about I put in the right key because I'm an idiot? Yeah, the high string shimmer is so cool. It's a great idea. Let's try. Yeah, James, thanks. I deliberately wore that today for the group. Good stuff. Although it's going to not be as good as the Farkle transpose, I got to go up a third, and it's a minor third because that's what way it works. I like my minor thirds. Rob knows. And then you have to go down an octave, right? And we're gonna look at some examples that's a little better than what I'm doing. But you see what I'm getting at. Right? Is that what I did? No. What did I do wrong? Transpose. Oh, Jesus. Not an octave. A third. There we go. There we go. And let's get those tremolo strings. And Rob, because we're smart on this, let's do those tremolo strings using the half step. That's the whole point of these scales. There's your Bernard Herrmann right there. So ready? Watch this. Watch this. All right, I'm in E flat, right? E flat melodic minor. Where are the half steps? The D to the E flat is in there, and the F to the F sharp is in there. Okay, check it out. It's so easy. It's like I think we're gonna go down here. We'll do it here. And now we'll mark these tremolo. I think tremolo is the thing to do. Right? Tremolo is. And this. Look, this is just to get a quick little thing here. But you see how like I very much write like Jerry Goldsmith. I'm really chunky when I write, and I don't care anymore. I like it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Look, I put half steps there. and then we're gonna play this game. This da 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 da. I'm gonna go ba da 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 da. I'm gonna do something up here with whatever the. Let's do the English horn because that's cool. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. This is becoming a bit of a clue thing, right? And, now I'm altering the scale. Pray I don't alter it any further. I'm adding a sharp 4. Yeah, Brian. Here, absolutely. I'm gonna pulse that. There's a nice little cue. I might do something with this. I don't know. It's not. I don't know if it's gonna make it into the. Well, actually, it might make it the video game. I've got to do an exploration cue for when the detective, who's a fantasy detective, breaks into a mob boss building and stuff. Can I double this? Yeah, sorry, Kyle. I knew somebody would get that. Let's double it in the bassoon an octave below and see if it sounds good or if it sounds like shit. All right. And so here, and then somebody said something about I would like a quick eighth note and then a quick note an octave higher. Yeah, this is still in sketch mode. And then Brian, you want this, right? You want that, and then you want this. You want some motion. That's the right idea. I'm not sure I have the right instruments for that. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, I know what the problem is. The problem is I suck as a composer. My buddy Dave, who's a really, really good jiu-jitsu practitioner, but the problem is, the better you get at jiu-jitsu, the more you realize who's out there that's really, really good. And I'm only just starting this. I already know this because I'm already old enough to have done, and I box and stuff like that, so I already can tell when, like, I'm like, oh yeah, everyone's like, oh, you're so good. I'm like, no, not like the guys that I see that are like really good. And Dave always says, he's like, I suck at jiu-jitsu. And I was like, I know. He's like, you don't suck. He's like, but I know what's out there. So when I do stuff, it's like, oh, you're a composer. No, I don't. I suck as a composer because I know who's out there. I know. You know, and that's fine. I don't mind. I'm trying to get beyond myself to be like, I don't fucking care. I'm just writing something I think is fun. Yeah. There's something we can play with. So, all right. So look, now we're playing a bit, but now the question is, do we want to actually go do this, or do we want to actually see me, or do we want to see some examples of this that are done in a more, this is our 4-octave phrase, multi octaves or go home. Let me see here. Here's the English horn in that octave. The bass clarinet. What was I talking about the bass clarinet? Sure, let's do 3 octaves. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? It's all computer anyways. We're all gonna die at some point in our lives. We might as well just do it in 3 octaves. There we go. This is an LA Confidential thing. I'm digging this. Yep, 3 octaves is quality choice. Rule 3. Always. So, weigh in. I've got a couple of examples of this because we're about to get to some funky stuff. We're not doing octatonic. We're doing like weird modes because there's one mode that's like kind of funky that it's called the Hungarian minor, because what it does is the Hungarian minor does this. It does. So it does. And by the way, you can see where I'm already starting to get a little. It's you can make it work, but it's like so C D E flat F sharp D A flat B C. Let's look at those half steps and see where they are. Well, there's a B to C half step. There's an A flat down to the G. There's an F sharp up to the G, and there's an E flat down to the D. What does that mean? When you're building stuff with the scales, this is Kyle. This is no performer, which is why it actually sounds pretty good. And it's good for like mock-ups that actually will like, they're not going to sell by themselves, but they can get the point across. And it has a look ahead feature, so it actually trails by a half second. and it looks at the notation and it actually computes it, and so it does like swells and like, you know, that kind of stuff. It's super cool. So if we're doing Hungarian minor, what does that mean? Well, that means that when we're doing our various cues, and a lot of them are action cues, we are focusing on these half-step motions, right? Yeah. So it's like I'm playing a C to a B, and then maybe I'm playing chords. Remember, I've got an A flat, a G, and an F sharp, right? So what did I do there? I built, yeah, Emily, go to bed, my dear. Don't worry, there's more of this coming later. It's all good. And, you know, go get some sleep. You'll be fine. This is all good. So maybe I'm building some chords from that scale, but look what I'm building. All right, well, let's go do another one. Good night, Emily. Good seeing you, my dear. Keep sleeping. You'll be fine. You're gonna be great. We believe in you. You're gonna be awesome. All right, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play 3 chords, right? You can be like, oh, yeah, it's like John Williams action music. Okay, here's what I'm playing. Whoops. Where's my piano? No, I'm gonna do it with brass. It's gonna sound really good with brass. Okay, here's what I did. Here's what I played. Did I just fake like John Williams? Yes. Here's how I faked it. My left hand. Oh, let's get the keyboard. That we're gonna get the keyboard out. That's gonna help out. Panel keyboard. Everyone can see that. Yay, everyone! Woo! See it. So I'm playing this Hungarian minor mode. I might be off by a note, but it's close enough. Whatever, you'll get it, right? So C, D, E flat, F sharp, G, A flat, B, C. All right. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a pedal point, dun 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 dun, and I'm just gonna go between C and B. Right. All I'm doing is playing that half-step relationship. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a melody line that is using this halftone scales, the halftone relationship. So I'm gonna do G, F, F sharp, B, right? So it's cool. That's just a melody note. Okay. So now I'm going to give me a sec. Now I'm going to take that. So I'll do it here. You can hear it. It's a little easier if you can hear it down here. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to have to set the. And then we're going to listen to some samples, and then we're going to. Because we've gathered the players tonight. Yay! I'm super excited for this. This actually was fun, and I know we only touched the surface. We're gonna have to do this again, like next, because it's kind of cool. But let me show you this example because it's actually really cool. Text. I need. Yeah, that's what I need. That quarter note equals 1 4. Clicked it here. I'm getting more and more interested in Dorico. There. All right, so let's do this here. Let's do that. Maybe. This is my homage to Jaws. All right, watch what I'm doing here. See how this is all gonna work out. All right, so let's just listen to this. Okay? 。            . . 。  . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Faster. Yes, that's good. That's very let me kill. Let me kiss. I don't want us to cut. That's pretty good. Okay, now watch. Repeat it a bunch of times because why not? And we're going to do this. There's a focus thing I can do. All right, and we're going to do. And we're going to look for focus. Focus on stave. I know. Yeah. Focus. Way to do this. Control Alt F. There it was. I did something. Hi, Duke. How are you? Duke's here eating my hand. Stop it, Duke. Come here. Now watch. Studio Dog is here. Hello. I'm a studio dog. You are such a studio dog. Come on. Okay. Come on up here, buddy. Don't try not to break the computer. So I've got this going here, right? Okay. Now I've got this line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll do this. Dun, dun. Give me a sec. Don't worry, I'm messing everything up. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. So here's this horn line. Again, I'm using I'm using the Hungarian minor scale, but I'm focusing on those half note relationships. Right, that's a classical Williams thing. Now watch what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna literally take this and I'm just gonna harmonize it with triads, right? So check it out. Every triad is coming from the Hungarian minor scale. And I'm using the notes in the triads that are the ones on the right. So here. Hi, buddy. All right, so check it out. Now listen to this. Now all of a sudden we're starting to hear some action music, and I'm not worried about the scale. I'm worried about those half step relations and building things from that. Whatever. That's not right. That's my fault. Right? Give me a second. Control F. Let me do one thing here. I know what I'm doing wrong here with this one thing, which is this should be in the violas, and the cello should just be, and the cello should be just going like this. That's all they should be doing. I do. Yes, I know it's you. When he nibbles at my. Yes, Lazar, you know where I'm going. You ever heard Hyperspace by John Williams? This is basically that. right? And then of course that's gonna be that scale too because you gotta do it, right? And this is gonna be all right. And then Lazar's right. What did I say to somebody, one of my students? Double it an octave up. It's a little high, but it's gonna sound cool. And then maybe you modulate it down. Maybe, well, I guess I'll do it in A because C's too high. All right, well, there you go. Good night, Rob. Have a great night, brother. There. It's like that. That's how you deal with these strange, weird scales. We're not doing octatonic because we're going to do that in action music. Let's see how this stuff works. Okay.
Well, forget the heavy equipment. There's plenty of time to get this. There's got to be a reason for it. Check it at the other end. Wait a second. You all right?
I got about 20 more minutes that I gotta go, which is good. Oh, there's all sorts you can do.
You too.
Okay, so
General, there's a fleet of Star Destroyers coming out of hyperspace in Sector 4.
start looking for how John Williams is putting in half-step stuff. And he's playing with those half-steps because that's what gives those weird scales. Right here. G Phrygian. A flat harmonic minor. Why is he playing with these notes? Because these exotic modes have half-step relationships built into them that are weird. Let me load. Hopefully my computer won't explode when I do this. A flat harmonic minor. Harmonic. So all of these bizarre scales are used to create these half-step motions. Right? And everyone's like, oh, it's all about exotic, you know, everyone says, oh, it's, oh yeah, happy 90th to John Williams, God bless him. And you know what? I hope that we keep him for another 5 or 6 years. But man, if he passes in the next year or two, he's lived a great life. And I'm so grateful for all of the music he's given to me as a kid and all of us. You know, he's a real class act. He's gonna be sorely missed, but he's still moving at 90. God bless him. So everyone says, oh, you use those wild scales so you can like sound ethnic. It's like, no, it's so you can explore these half-step motions that create this little rubber band pulls back the stuff. And it's easy in these pedal points to be like, oh, I'm just gonna play a pedal. Now I'm gonna do Arabic. Right? But I was like, I don't know, man. You saw what I just did there with that better, and I did those chords where the chords were being based on that stuff. Did I get tickets? No, not yet. I have to see if I'm gonna be able to get tickets. Yeah, I want to try and get tickets for that. That's gonna be awesome. I really hope to do that. It's gonna be good stuff.
My lord, the fleet has moved out at light speed. Comscan has detected an energy field protecting an area of the 6th planet.
So look here. There's this beautiful G minor Phrygian to A flat harmonic minor. Sorry. And there's a lot of Elfman 68. Wow, fantastic. Sylvester 71. Jesus. Notice even the chordal motion is a half step, right? Sorry. So that half step idea can work at a harmonic level too. So if I'm playing that C harmonic minor, right? Which, by the way, is pretty much if you add the sharp 4, you that might be chords that I do. playing a C to an A flat to a G to really get that kind of like half-step motion. That's right, Brian. We got many years of you doing all this awesome stuff.
Our letter to our prisoners. Admiral Oswald came out of Lightspeed.
Yeah.
He felt
Brad doing
surprised
it.
was one.
Oh, Brad. We're gonna get him back in a couple weeks. This also, by the way, is how you start to get those clusters. When you start playing the clusters of notes in these kind of scales, you start getting a lot of half steps. So I'm playing a C minor, then I'm playing the C minor with all of the notes a half step away in the scale. So a B and an F sharp and an A and an A flat. And if you're like, oh, that doesn't sound, that good. Oh yeah, then I'll boot up Contact. Hopefully I won't explode the keyboard. Why am I blue screening death? This computer is like 18 months old. I hate technology.
Vader, the fleet moved up to light speed and we're preparing to launch.
For the last time, Captain Pierre,
Yes, Lord.
make ready to land our troops beyond their energy field and deploy the fleet so that nothing gets off the system. You are in command now, Admiral Pierre.
All troop carriers will assemble at the north entrance. The heavy transport ships will leave as soon as they're loaded. Only 2 fighter escorts per ship. The energy shield can only
Look, modulation up a major second to a D Phrygian, using the root as a leading tone into E flat major, the half step motion. That half step motion is everywhere. And I'm gonna just do my my Phobia patch. I wasn't expecting to have my freaking BSOD happen. That was not planned. But think about this kind of stuff. Here's my stack synth brass. I gotta bring this down. It's really, really hot. So watch this. I'm gonna play an F, and then I'm going to play the same F triad with all of its neighbor notes. So the E in the scale, the D sharp, and the B. Like, let me do it. There it is. And you start to get that really crunchy sound that you hear in like Revenge of the Sith and stuff like that, Simba, join me. It's a really great sound. So yeah, you can play with that.
be open for a short time.
D Phrygian.
Fighters against the Star Destroyer.
The ion cannon requires several shots to make sure that any enemy ship is not detected.
There's that E flat to D. I mean, it's all over the place. John Williams modulates really well. Yeah, man, dude, by the way, Brad's theory is tight, man. Like, he knows his shit. Raise second and D Phrygian, modulation up a major second to an E dominant diminished. Really? Is that even a thing? Whatever, I don't even know. I have more than enough scales to keep me going for the next, 10 years, so, but listen, this is the part that I love, the ba-runt, ba-runt-un. Well, what he's doing is he's going, he's doing a flat 5 to a 4. So, you know what I'm talking about, this is the ba-runt, so,
Open shield.
God, this is a good cue. This is a Battle Hub is so good. And these effects still hold up from 1980. So much shit going on. You see a lot of Phrygian here in this one, but oh, this is the heroic, the 4-part jazz writing. Oh, Dak. I'm glad you got your SAG card, dude. There it is. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's actually a minor 6, so it's no, sorry. It's a flat 5 to a 4. That's right. So again, altered scale, but that doesn't matter because you're thinking about the half steps. Like you're picking a scale that allows you to explore those half steps. So yeah.
Echo Station 3TA.
Yeah. Lots of tries and whatever. This is good stuff. Oh, did you hear that? Most cluster tones act as leading tones by moving up or down a minor second into the next cluster. You can actually hear that where it's like, he's just moving minor seconds because in jazz, the minor second is huge. And so, you know, that bit right there, the dun, 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 dun. If you go listen to Back to the Future, Alan Silvestri does that in some of the Back to the Future too, where he's doing that. Liam says, Mike, you talk about starting a cue or a loop, some sort of plan of attack for those that can't play well enough to sketch like that, maybe a webinar. There's an old Farkle Friday on here. It's called Generating a 2-Bar Idea. That could be pretty helpful. People have found that to be helpful. And I actually read a little strategy out where it's like, do this, do this, do this, do this. It's pretty helpful. And then maybe I'll do a webinar also about starting a cue. Also, I've got, I'm about halfway through the film scoring webinar that I'm going to be doing. So that's going to talk about that a lot. And it's going to give real concrete examples of strategies. Don't worry about it if you can't play the piano well enough. It doesn't matter. Jerry Goldsmith was like a mediocre piano player. He just, but he had a great ear and he just worked hard at it. And that's the most important thing. The hardest thing about scoring to film is finding the narrative beats. That's harder than any music. The music actually can kind of write itself. I don't mean that in a this is really complex stuff, you know? Orchestrating plans. Oh boy, I'll try. I mean, yeah, well, I've got a film scoring webinar with some orchestration night stuff. Maybe orchestration. Oh man, starting a cue or loop. See what I can do. Well, not that I'm being like fatalist. I'm like, I don't think I think I'm a decent orchestrator and composer, but I'm like not like this guy always. I'm just like, what are you? How is John doing this? Like how? And he's churning out 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day. How are you doing this? And it's all super high quality, you know? Yeah, we're all works in progress. You know what? My jujitsu, one of the guest jujitsu instructors had a really great quote. Yeah, you can go to webinars after you graduate. One of my jiu-jitsu guys had a really great quote. He was talking about all of us because he's one of the top black belts in the country. He regularly he's one of the top probably 20 jiu-jitsu guys in the country, which is kind of cool. And I'm not. I'm a blue belt. This is a fun thing for me to do on the side. So he's talking to all of us at a seminar. He's a real friendly guy. His name is Dave Porter. Just real smart guy, real friendly, just real easygoing. And he said, nobody get upset about where you're at in any skill in life because you're all works in progress until you stop training and developing yourself. He goes, I'll never judge anybody as to where they are because they're a work in progress. He goes, once they stop training in their discipline, whatever it may be, then I can judge their body of work because now they're done. And I was like, that is the most encouraging thing I've ever heard. It's like, so that particular cue didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It's your work in progress. Who cares? If you stop and go back to law school, now I can look at your content and be like, okay, well, you never figured out secondary dominance. So yeah, so that sucks. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But if you're working, it's like, all right, so you haven't figured out secondary dominance yet. Or you haven't seen orchestral doubling yet. You know, that, right? I think that's a really encouraging statement. So I want to do one more of these. We haven't discussed this because we have to do this in action music, which is a separate one. But if you look, diminished scales have half steps all over the place. That's why they're so powerful, because these half steps have a really great inflection. This is all cool. I want to show movie trailers. Ooh. Oh, is that a new Star Wars one? Oh, it's probably like something. Let me go to history. And let me go to, let's do the forest. And let's do some ET. I'm gonna finish with that because then I gotta go. I love seeing you guys and girls. Thanks for giving me your time. It's just, you know. But let's look at how John Williams is playing with this half step idea and these strange scales and modes in a different context. All right, so we're dealing with Lydian, no problem. Don't worry about that. The easy modes, the church modes, right? Lydian, mixed Lydian, Dorian, all that stuff. We all know that stuff. We're talking about the weird stuff where it's like harmonic minor or melodic minor with a raised fourth, that kind of stuff. Well, look at this. He does. Look at what's happening here. He's got. Oh shoot! I just need to go. This is what I want to talk about and show. Look at how cool this is. When you're using weird scales to not sound like an ethnic thing, you're using them as actually like materials, right? So look, here I'm in B minor, and he's playing this. And then F harmonic minor, look what he does. He's playing with these A flat to G to F. There's the half step. Here's an F. When he moves here, he moves down to the E. The half step. Why? Because in harmonic minor, he's bringing out those half steps. So it sounds like this. So he's using those half steps that are built into the scale to create this very freaky, interesting, you know, unearthly sound. So I think that's the takeaway from all this stuff. When I look at the scale, I'm not like, oh, I just want to like always be playing on the C root and then improvise. I'm like, no, I want to actually do this kind of like. I'm trying to find those half-step motions, and that means I move to different points on the scale in my left hand, and I'm playing different little figurations. Like I said, like maybe I'll do these weird jumps where it's like. What I did there was I did an A flat to a G, which is the 6 and the 5 of the scale. Then I did the B to the C, which is the 7 to 1, and then I did the sharp 4. That's. It was creepy. Are you doing atonal stuff? I'm like, no, I'm just using a very weird scale and like kind of like trying to bring out the half steps, you know? So these Farkle Fridays make the course much more valuable. Oh, thank you, you know? Yeah, also you can look at Putting It All Together by Mike Verde. He has a really, really good webinar where he actually shows the focal point of his orchestration. So look, but you see right there that F, there's that. Okay, yeah. Mike Verde is great. I have like 10 of his courses. They're great. Look again. Here he is in G harmonic minor, but look what John Williams is doing. He's playing the G here to the F sharp. He's playing that half step game. The B flat to a C, but then the B flat goes up to a C, no problem, but it goes down to the A. He's thinking of the half step game. He's playing the half step game, you know? And this is what I did before, where he basically harmonized. Look, this is the B flat to C to A, and look, there's the middle melody is a B flat to C to A, but he's harmonizing it below with notes from the scale. That's how I was able to get that really wild. That's how I was able to get that really cool chord change. They were like, oh, you're just moving all over the place in thirds. I'm like, no, I'm playing notes in the scale, and then I'm harmonizing with triads and like, you know, using them to make them sound creepy and weird. So this is not action music, but it's definitely unearthly and strange. And I mean, where is he moving? Okay, like, oh man, B minor to F, there's a tritone, F to D is a third, A is a fifth, G is a fourth, B flat, it's a combination of thirds and fifths. At some point, you gotta try stuff out. You know, it's like, I don't know, some of these are thirds, some of these are fifths. But look at this, wait for this, wait for the sliding fifths here. Look at this. Wait for it. Liam, go look at the link I put in Think Space Entertainment. Yeah, 3-note phrases. Again, like it's thinking about shapes that come out of the scales rather than just playing scales, rather than just being like Ying V Malmsteen, where it's like what shapes can I bring out of these scales? Like Lydian, right? Right, that's a shape that is really bringing out the inflection tone of the scale. So Hungarian, I played those 2 inflection tones, the wild tones, the flat 6 and the sharp 4. There, that works really well, you know. Don't worry about this stuff. I'm gonna This is it's a pretty thick stacks. Yeah, but here's the well, this gets into the one I said before about in Think Space. I talked about motion by thirds and motion by fifths, and the let me skip ahead. This is all Lydian stuff because this is all Lydian because this is him being, you know, super safe. Here it is. G Phrygian, G harmonic minor over B flat pedal tone. So these scales, harmonic minor, melodic minor, Phrygian, are showing up in this stuff all over the place. I put a note to myself that John Williams uses the harmonic minor and the melodic minor with a raised fourth in like Star Wars everywhere. I gotta find it, but it's like, which is real close to the Hungarian minor, so that's probably, yeah, it's all in there. People are like, but then the people are like, well, how do I use it? And it's like, okay, you're building basic triads down below, and you're using the half-step neighbor motions that are present in that scale to bring out the energy of it. You know? Right there, I just literally was just playing random half-step interval notes from the C harmonic minor scale with a raised fourth. And that's working. That's doing this. You know, I'm doing it piano, but you do it in strings and this, that, and the other. Yeah, Catch Me If You Can is fantastic. And E.T. is. I always say, E.T. I think is my favorite score. I bounce back and forth between E.T. And probably Raiders, although Empire keeps on showing up. E.T. might be the best score he's ever written, in my opinion. It's one of my favorites. If it's not number 1, it's number 2. But it might be the best score ever. It is glued to the narrative. The last 15 minutes where Elliot is getting E.T. back to the spaceship, it's like melted cheese on a burger. It's like you can't separate the two, you know? What's up, Mark? How are you, man? Good to see you, brother. We're actually going to wind down pretty soon because I gotta go. Oh, look. G Phrygian, G harmonic minor over B flat pedal tone. Using the half steps. I love Brad. He's dun, 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 dun. That's because he's using a hexatonic chord. Look right there. Go back. Right here. This is the shit that we don't do as composers. We need to do more of, which is write the top line in the scale and then just harmonize it with triads. Right? Oh my God, Mark. Yeah, you and I did the ET, the beat mapping, right? I'm doing that for ThinkSpace in a couple of weeks. That was the moment when you were like, holy shit, like this is what it means to actually map beats in a scene, right? You know, you don't have to tell anybody. This is a secret weapon for you. That's a secret weapon that allows you to get gigs when everybody else has to compensate with big synths and stuff, and you're like, yeah, but I know how to read the score, or I know how to read the scene. So it's like I'll hit your bullet points like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, Mark's one of my ex students. He's now out in I think you're out in LA right now, right? Doing your thing. He's good. Mark's good. His shit's tight. Yeah, man, just do it. Like, why are we always doing stuff in unison? Do triads. Do 4. You know, like that's a 4-part jazz writing, right? That right there in ET is 4-part jazz writing in the right hand. Like, why are we not doing that? It's a little bit. What's up, Jake? Yeah. So like that's a little hint orchestration wise. Like we're always, you know, and everyone's like, well, it sounds like John Williams. Like, you can make it sound like John Williams. You can also actually make it like normal, or not normal. You can make it your own. If you do, like I can fake John Williams by doing here's triads and like, everyone's like, oh, it's John Williams. Like, yeah, it's just 6/4 chords that I'm just moving around for fun. Like that's don't overthink it. I'm not thinking about keys at that point. I'm just thinking about effects. But if you think about those 3 lines as 3 instruments, then you're like, oh, right, they can play those things pretty fast, right? Well, Liam, that's a question for another time, which we're gonna talk about in one of my the second webinar, the modal interchange. We're going to talk about that because it's like not necessarily, because you don't always have to be in the same mode when you're moving from root to root. Just because I'm moving from C to A doesn't mean I have to be in the using the same 7 notes from C in A. And oh my God, Lassie, we're finishing in like 10 minutes. My God, it's good to see you, man. So yeah, sorry, man. There's stuff I do for free and there's stuff I do for pay. And like the thing scoring guys have been, and girls have been like pounding me to get like this modal thing going. Brad's coming back either the next one or the one after, definitely. You know? So Liam, like going from 5 to 1. So I'm in C Mixolydian, right? So it's like, so I got that B flat. I just went to G dominant right there. I took that B flat and I made it a B. Why? I don't care, because I need to resolve the dominant. You can switch modes at a moment's notice. You're a composer, do whatever you want. And so that's, I think, a big thing. People are like, well, I'm in C mode, whatever. I'm in C, Phrygian or whatever. So I have to stay in C Phrygian. All the chords have to relate to C Phrygian. It's like, nah, this isn't a sonata. It's just at that moment in time when you're playing C, you got that particular set of 7 notes you want to play with. And then you move to E and you've got a whole new set of notes. So I could be in C, I could be in C Phrygian. And then I go, so I'm in C Phrygian. And then I move to E and I'm moved to E Dorian. And that is the essence of being subtle with emotions with film scoring, is as you move to a new root tone, the word they use in equal interval system, root tone, you access a new scale to access the emotion you want. So here I want mystery of like, there's something, I'm a temple explorer, and there's something in this mysterious box. And then they open it up and a sparkling gem comes out. That's a little heavy-handed. That's probably not the right mode for it. But you hear how I was able to change the emotional color just by going to a different mode. So that's that. Okay, here's what I wanted to get to. This is the one. And this is the last we'll talk about. Tremolo strings or double stroke strings in harmonic minor with no discernible pattern. Now, I want you to look at how John Williams is trying to bring out as much as possible these minor seconds and major seconds. Yeah, Dorian's very interesting because Dorian's a very interesting scale. It's a very good mode scale, whatever I'm gonna call it. It's very interesting for a lot of reasons. And one of which is it's a balanced mode in terms of that it reflects back to itself, that's a conversation for another time. But basically, if you invert the Dorian mode, it's the Dorian mode. If you invert major scale, I think it's Mixolydian. If you invert Phrygian, it's like Locrian or something like that. But if you invert Dorian, it's Dorian, which means it's balanced, and that's why it has such a nice feel to it. There's a lot of reasons. So the harmonic minor that John Williams used. Why is John Williams using harmonic minor? Well, let's play harmonic minor. C, D, E flat, F. So you've got that half step there between the D and the E flat. F, G, A flat, half step there. B, C, half step there. 3 half steps to play with. All right. Sad, what's going on, man? And if you really want to be crazy, and I just looked at it in one of the prequels. Let me look it up. John Williams uses the harmonic minor with a raised fourth, Lassie, which is damn close to the Hungarian minor, if not the same. I can't remember because it's like whatever it is. Scale 12, 1, 2, double harmonic minor. Williams uses this also. Double harmonic minor. So double harmonic minor is 1, 2, flat 3, sharp 4, 5, flat 6, 7. Okay. This brings out all the half steps, right? So it's like, and then shoot, I don't know what you call it, or close to Hungarian minor, Lassie. Like I'm a little bit off, but like it's so close that. So ready? Here we're gonna have some fun here. We're gonna do the last little thing, and then I gotta go because I gotta eat because I'm drinking on an empty stomach, which is always a good time. Hold on a second. Yeah, I know. All right. So I'm going to show you this trick, this kind of thing that he does, which is really cool. And we'll leave on this. Lassie, hopefully, if I blue screen to death, we're done for the night because I'm like, this is the last thing I'm going to show. And we're not doing Octatonic Lassie this one, and I'll tell you why. We're doing an action Farkle Friday at some point in the future, but not right now. We're doing this. Let's figure out how to get those cool scrubby shades, this kind of thing, right? This is you're gonna get a little peek into it. So this is what I scribbled out before. I want to make sure I'm good. Okay, so that's let's add a couple of these bad boys here. Let's do this scale. We're gonna do I'm gonna stay in C because now I've been drinking. I don't care. And we're gonna really make it awesome. Yeah, I know. I like angrily talk at my. I am only gonna do brass and strings. You're right. There will be a timpani there at some point. God damn it. Pen and paper, baby. Pen and paper. I think this is focus. Yeah. And view as. Okay, here we go. Everyone can see this, right? I'm going to change this. Give me 1 sec. I just need to get. This is actually gonna be useful. You guys are gonna like it. Equals. Okay, so I want to do. Here's what I want to do. I want to do some sort of like cool chasey kind of thing, right? With those cool like kind of thing, right? All right, cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play 2 chords. Let's say I'm in C. Let's do it again in C. C harmonic minor with a raised fourth. 1, 2, flat 3. 1, 2, flat 3, sharp 4, 5, flat 6, 7. There. There's a scale that I'm accessing, right? Cool. Cool. All right. Things from Discord. Okay. Got it. Sorry, I'm getting pings from Sarah and stuff. I'm going to pick 2 chords that are related here. This is just a quick and dirty thing that I do. So let's do. Okay. Guess what? In this, I've got a C minor and I've got a B minor, right? So I'm gonna play with that, right? I'm just gonna, it's just 2 chords, right? This is a quick and simple, like, now. I'm going to play. I'm gonna play each of these chords at half a bar. I'm just arbitrary because I need to like just show you this idea. I'm gonna play the chord tones, but I'm also gonna play whatever half step neighbor tones are near them, right? And I'm gonna jump around an octave a little bit to make it more energetic. But my goal is to get these half step motions showing up. So, so I'm playing. I've got 4 notes to play some sort of C thing. Sorry. So what I'm doing is I'm basically mentally, and I practice, I can just kind of do it. I'm basically playing a C and a B, but I'm trying to like decorate each note with a note next to it, so you can hear it already kind of here. Right, and I'm gonna do 4 bars of this, okay? So and then I'm always looking to get half steps. So look, that F sharp is a half step away from a G. Cool. Sorry. Okay, so this is kind of cool, right? This sounds pretty good. I'm gonna make it faster. Now, here's the trick. First trick is you double it. Then we're gonna do orchestration because you got to do that. I'm gonna get to the B section of it where this will be an octave up, right? And then what you do is you go to your Sibelius and you double stroke it. Right? And then if you want, you've got the violas for the 3rd octave, which is kind of cool. And then all you do is this. All right, so watch what I'm doing here. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I know it's taking a sec. Look, I move fast, but like I'm not that fast. So watch. And just for the sake of this, I'm gonna do octaves in the tuba and trombone. Now you get this. There, I've just done action music right there. Right there, boom. I just keep on going, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you really want to do it this way, you do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? Copy it down here. That's really what you want. You want that, and then you So like that's literally how you get that sound, right? There. What did I do? I just took two chords that were in this exotic scale, which is not that exotic, but it's basically like, hey, it's melodic minor, and then I'm adding a sharp 4, so I get that all those weird half steps, and I'm bringing out the half steps. And you can kind of see, look at this. C to E flat, got it, that's just in C minor. There's my D, half step, and there's a G. So I'm basically playing a C minor with like an extra D. G moves down to an F sharp, Y, half step, like half steps. Now I'm in B minor because I'm in the second chord here. F sharp, B, D, but before the D I did an E. Okay, I don't get a half step that time. Oh well, whatever. Now I'm back to C. I want to play a G because that's in the chord of C, but I'll play it in A flat above it because it's a half step, right? Yeah, Jake, I've definitely seen. Look, I haven't seen the new one, no, but it's Bruce Brodner does the music. He's amazing. He's a phenomenal orchestrator. I've got Silverado over there. It's like one of the best, the second best Western ever written. The first one is Magnificent Seven. So, yeah. But Lassie, you'll see when you go back and rewatch this. Joel McNeely did it, and Bruce Brodner. They're splitting it. And Joel McNeely's the guy that I said should do more Star Wars. Anyways, yeah, Joel McNeely and Bruce Broughton has done. They all switch back and forth, or at least it wasn't season 1. Maybe Bruce Broughton, doesn't do it anymore. Lastly, the whole point about this is that these exotic scales are designed to create this whole half-step motion, and this half-step motion is what you want to exploit. So yeah. Oh, this is stupid. Well, that didn't work at all. But anyways, so that's something to play with. And notice I'm not using this to sound ethnic. I'm not being like, oh yeah, I want to like bring out like, my Egyptian scale. It's like, no, I'm trying to still think tonally, at least, cinematically tonally. But those little half steps are what I'm looking to play with, right? Nice. Brad! We're going to get together. Everyone's been clamoring for you. Everyone's been clamoring for you. They're like, when's Brad? Brad and I caught up. We haven't talked in 6 months. We caught up last week and had an awesome 3-hour conversation, which was awesome. But I'm actually wrapping up, Brad, because I got to make dinner for me and Sarah because we're going to Catherine's first play. She's playing the dwarf in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's really cute. I'm really excited. So look, everybody, just, and lastly, go back and rewatch all this stuff and get some ideas from this. I did not talk about octatonic or the hexatonic scales, and the reason why is because it's way too much stuff for this, and it's going to be covered in the Action Farkle Friday, which will be at some point. Brad and I need to do another roast. Brad, I set up a dumpster fire folder, and I've already got like 10 pieces in there, so we need to like do another roast and just like get loaded and just like talk and just shit post. But listen, everybody, look, the takeaway from this is don't think about these exotic scales as implying an exotic location if you don't want to. What it allows you to do is to create tonal structures, triads, seventh chords, right? And with these half-step motions, create these little bits of burbling motion, whether it be in the bass, playing a C pedal point, I just move down to a B, up to a D, and up. I'm looking for those half steps. Jake, if you scroll up, you'll see a link to the Google Drive, and it's called like Farkle Dumpster Fire or something like that. And when we do a roast, whenever we do it and we post it, I'll post that thing in the beginning so people can throw stuff in. So let's say, Jake, you hop on, you're like, oh shit, it's a Farkle roast with Brad. I don't have anything. I'll be like, just scroll up to the top, or I'll repost it. I'm like, here's the link, just drop it into the Google Drive and like whatever. Everyone's dropping an MP3 and a PDF score, or an MP3 and a Sibelius score. Those are both working great. Although I may have to go to Dorico. Sibelius pissed me off. But I don't know. Hopefully this helped a little bit. And notice also that you don't need to use this for action music. You can use, as you heard in E.T., like using these kind of Phrygian harmonic minor stuff with these half steps creates a real shimmery, wild stuff. That's right, Jake. Don't worry about like don't worry about. You can come on the next time we do it. I gotta powwow with Brad. We gotta get our setup back up. He also was saying how he needs to he's like, I gotta get back on Brad Fry and do some stuff. Right, Brad? Gotta get you back on there, man. He's but you know, just think about it that way. Think about I'm a simple dude. I like to think about triads. I like to think about how these scales that I'm looking at that look pretty exotic. I'm like, how can they be, you know, dealt with in a triadic form? Oh shit, sorry, man. I'll deal with it next time. I gotta go. Oh shit, I got like half an hour to like make dinner and like, you know, feed my wife because let's go, Brad. I can't do it tonight. I gotta leave like in like 2 minutes to go down and finish making dinner for me and Sarah. But Brad and I are on it. We talked last week and caught up and had a really great time. We have a lot of interesting plans, both his personal career, my personal career, all that stuff. And I'll pin the link next time, Lazar, I promise. But then Brad and I will get at it. I believe there will be no. I'm shooting for every Friday, but realistically, something's going to come up. So 3 out of 4 Fridays. Yes, sir. Cedric, I've got a sous vide going since 2:30, and it's 2 New York strip steaks about that thick. Oh, it's fucking baller. And I sous vide'd it with oregano, garlic, salt, and pepper. So it's going to be freaking baller. There's no Farkle Friday next week, I don't think. And the reason why is I'm out with my in-laws to celebrate Kate's play. So, like, you know, the week after that, I think the week after will either be me and Brad with a roast or me and Brad doing something else if Brad's free. If not, then I've got my backup plan, which is going to be, finally, an EIS taster where I actually talk about 2 of the most important lessons in EIS and show you some cool stuff. Because everyone's been asking about, like, how do you do this shit? I'm like, it's all equal interval system that I've, like, you know, studied and stuff. So that's why there's no pressure on Brad. He and I are going to talk, like, next week or something. And, like, if he's like, yeah, that Friday's good, I can do something cool, then we'll do something cool. And in the comments, if you want, you can post. We can do a roast. Brad and I can just sit and drink and it'd be like, fuck all with fuck all. Or if you're like, oh, can Brad get nerdy about X? You know? Because Brad's knowledge of the Williams orchestration is like so much greater than mine. It's like, you know, kind of thing. So you guys just post in the comments. That'll be cool. It might be on my channel, it might be on Brad's. Who cares? I don't care. I'm glad I'm hanging out with Brad. I haven't hung out with him in 6 months, and we've missed our stupid nerdiness and dry wit. So Cedric, I'm so glad I saw you, man. I'm sorry that I have to go. Everybody else, I'm so glad I saw everybody else. I'm sorry I have to go. But guys and girls, have fun with this. Play with it, right? Notice that those little half-step notes they're not like harmonically essential. They're like little twirlies of color. You know what I mean? And I think that's a great way to think of it. Unless you're building triads from it, like I did earlier, where I did that whole C minor to B minor to G sharp minor, where I was actually building triads in the scale. But man, that half-step motion, there's a lot of power behind it, and it works really well in terms of decorating your triads and your chords and making them be more shimmery and more linear. So, all right, I successfully recovered from the blue screen of death. Brad, I had a blue screen of death in like the first like half hour. So next Farkle Friday, just keep your alert on it. Maybe I'm lucky and I'll get to it next week. If I do, it'll be probably just like a fuck all, let's drink. But I think realistically it's gonna be in 2 weeks. But that's okay. 3 times a month, I'm good with that. And Brad and I will loop in doing something fun. It might be the Farkle Friday might be on Brad's channel the next time we do it, because we need to like get, you know, he's been a little quiet in the fall, so we gotta get some more Brad Fry time. Everybody, have fun. Go write music. Go enjoy life. God bless all of you. I'll see you guys soon on the next Farkle Friday. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to kind of do this and nerd out, especially in you know, the cold winter months where I'm like trapped indoors and don't want to go outside. I'm like, I just want to talk about music and just like write music and mess around. So thanks, guys. Lassie, go watch the replay, because I think you'll get some good stuff out of it. You know, it'll be good times. All right.